What's up? How's everybody doing? It's Saturday. Happy weekend. I want to talk to y'all about some important stuff real quick. So, I went to the barbershop a few days ago. Need some chapstick. And, you know how the barbershop is. Everybody's having fun, talking shit. I can't even say talking stuff because that's a disservice. If you go to a barbershop and people aren't talking shit, that's not a real barbershop. Anyway, somebody changed the subject and says, "Did you hear about in Florida that white woman who killed a black woman?" And I said, "No, I didn't hear about it," because I think it had just happened that day or the day before. And he seemed like really amped up, like real excited, like real pissed off, ecstatic, mad. And I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't know the story, so I'm asking him these questions, what happened? Was it nighttime? Was it daytime? What did I say? Was the black woman banging on the white woman's door? Was she ringing the doorbell? Was it the wrong house? What? And I still don't know all the details. Stuff's still coming out. And the guy said, well, the white woman got into an altercation with the black woman's kid first, and then the black woman confronted the white woman at her house, and then the white woman shot her through the door. Something like that. So, again, I don't know the whole story, and clearly neither does he. Well, anyway, the guy says the white woman got into it with this kid over racism. And I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. It's automatically racism. And it's like, why not just have a wait and see attitude about it? We don't even know all the facts. But this guy is so fast to call it racism. And like I said, he was pretty upset about this. And we live in Illinois, by the way. But not once did I hear him mention the 52 people shot in Chicago last weekend. Memorial Day weekend. And 12 of them got killed. It's like, whenever a white person kills a black person, they jump at that. But when it's happening in the hood constantly, if it's not every weekend, it's every other weekend. It's pretty much every weekend. In some places, people are getting shot every day, I'm sure, by their own people. So when that happens, it's no big deal. But when a white person shoots somebody of a different color, all hell breaks loose. And you can tell too with this story in Florida, had a white woman shot another white woman, it wouldn't have made the news. Or if a black woman shot another black woman, it would have never made the news. So this is what the media is doing to people. Again, we don't even know all the facts yet. And even if we do, and this happened in Florida, why is this another one of those stories that's gonna be all over every state, every news? Why not just leave it at the local level? And I got to talk to some people at work about quote unquote racism as to what is it, what does it look like? And like, there's some people I work with who like, they want racism to exist so bad. When I say to them, bro, it's not racism, it's evil, it's hatred. Like, people hate other people. You can hate somebody based off anything. I hate you because you're tall. I hate you because you're short. I hate you because you're fat. I hate you because you're skinny. Like, it's all the same thing. But it's like, they want racism to exist because they want reason or an excuse as to why they can't do better. But normally I'll say like, dude, it's not racism. Racism isn't real. It's good and evil, right? But the people who choose to believe it's still racism, I'm just going to start asking them, okay, for the sake of the discussion, let's say racism does exist. How is racism holding you back personally? What is it doing to prevent you from doing anything, getting a job, whatever? And to change the subject a little bit, I had some coworkers ask me earlier in the week, hey, what do you think about reparations, man? They're like joking. You want to get reparations? What you gonna do with your reparations, right? And I'm like, reparations for what? I'm like, why do I need reparations? I said, and then the guy said, why? Because you got a job? I'm like, that? Yeah. I got a job. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I live in the greatest country. I'm like, what? So once I started talking that, common sense stuff, that kind of changed the subject a little bit. But slavery ended over 150 years ago. And y'all still want reparations? First of all, where's the money gonna come from? See, this is supposed to be a different video on y'all. But real quick, where's the money coming from, first of all? Second of all, how do you even know whose people were slaves and whose people were not slaves? Third of all, how are you going to separate the people who... Because you had black slave owners, you had white slave owners, you had Native American slave owners, you had slave owners back in Africa who sold them in the first place to the Arabs and Europeans and others. And in some cases, didn't Africans own Europeans? So the whole thing is confusing to me. And what about the biracial children, right? One parent's black and one is not black. So does this kid get, let's say every black person gets, I don't know, $1 million. That's a round number. If you're half black, does that mean you only get $500,000? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. I tell people, if you work hard and you focus on you focus on your path, you ignore what other people tell you. When people try to rip you down, you brush that off. Get that dirt off your shoulder. If you just focus on you and work hard, and you're the hardest working man in the room, that's reparations. Because it's impossible to lose your job. And if you do lose your job, you're gonna get another job. But why would a company or a business fire somebody when they know you're the hardest worker? You know what I'm saying? If you make yourself so valuable that when you leave, whether you quit or move on or whatever, when you leave, now you're missed. Oh man, who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Man, something ain't right. This ain't getting done. Yeah, that's because Greg quit. Yeah, that's because Greg got fired or whatever, right? You gotta make yourself so valuable that stuff just ain't right when you leave. That's reparations. My thing is, a lot of these people, man, I changed topic on y'all completely. My thing is, when people want reparations, these are like some of the laziest people in our society. I shouldn't say most, but a lot of these people don't want to work to begin with. It's like, dude, I worked hard prior to college. I worked hard during college and after college. And shortly after, I bought a house. This house. That's just called work ethic. So how is reparations gonna give people that work ethic? You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna make you better. You're only getting worse. People have been getting reparations since the 1960s. You got welfare, you got EBT, Link, WIC, food stamps, affirmative action, all these programs. So how are you still asking for reparations? It's like there's nothing. And I told some people at work the other day, I said, I don't believe in white supremacy because no white man is superior to me, not one. Not my supervisor, not his supervisor, not his supervisor. You know, it's a chain of command. A lot of these guys above me, quote unquote, they're white, but I don't consider one of them superior to me. Some of them might make more money than I make, or less, but no one is superior to anybody. Like, I could dislike a person who's black, but it's not because he's black. I can dislike a person who's white, but it's not because he's white. It's because he's a dumbass. Or she. There's dumbasses in every color. In every gender, there's dumbasses. So what are we even talking about? Like, why am I even making this video? Because the stuff these people say makes 0 sense. I'm talking 0 cents. I could talk to y'all for half an hour on this one video, but I'm gonna stop. Have a good weekend. Peace.